day, from Soldier Field in Chicago,
it's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Breeze.
Open man, Amari Rodgers complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a handoff inside. It's Peyton. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Here's Peyton up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
On play action, now Breeze. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Bears at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less.
Now a give, it's Peyton. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Peyton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive.
Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A run at Sayers right side.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Again, they'll run with Sayers. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
On the give, here comes Peyton. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Still very early in the season, obviously, CD, but already key injuries that they've had to deal with.
And what's really difficult for a team is to try and maintain their focus when they feel like they've been a little bit snake-bitten. It feels like every time they turn around, another injury crops up. How do they manage to hang together, get guys to play a little bit above their heads, and make sure that they're still afloat when their starters make it back? And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
On first down, Breeze. They set up the screen to Peyton. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. Breeze going to throw. To the right side and complete to Largent. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. Breeze to throw again. And he lets go a laser pulled in by Edelman.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
From the 36, Breeze. And that's caught. It's Edelman again.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Breeze now on first down. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards.
And the Bears have moved out in front.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. There's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Right back to him on first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers going to throw. And he finds Fitzgerald.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, running left, it's Sayers. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Second and 5.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. The big story all week, Texans coach Lovie Smith making his return to Chicago. Lovie, of course, the coach of the Bears from 2004 to 2012, and he was at the helm when the Bears won that NFC title in 2006. Wound up 81-63 during his tenure here in the Windy City. Then he would have that pit stop down in Tampa and then come back to the state of Illinois as the head coach of the Fighting Illini in the Big Ten before returning to the National Football League.
He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Rodgers going to try and run.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Aaron Rodgers. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Texans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers
looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Rodgers.
On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a give now to Sayers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have broken the tie.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Now Prater to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Now a play fake. Breeze.
He's got a man. It's Burkser, the tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. They'll run now with Peyton. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Breeze now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. Breeze now. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Running it here with Peyton. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. Peyton once more.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On the give, this is Sayers. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Fitzgerald. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Rodgers. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Rodgers again now. They get it to Sayers on the screen. And he's got room. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
On the draw, here's Peyton. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Breeze on third down. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. On first down, Rodgers. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second and long at the 29-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And in the late stages of the first half, it's the Lions who are out in front. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Mike Evans, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Texans to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw pulled in by Hopkins. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give. It's Sayers between the tackles. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Up the middle, they run with Gale Sayers. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run for it with Sayers. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now Sayers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers caught on the left side. Fitzgerald. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on third down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
Prater's kick is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Think about it, though. Kicking field goals, not.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to get going again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Rodgers' throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll try a toss here with Sayers. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. They run with Sayers. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Rodgers now to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Prater's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. On play action, it's Breeze. He'll drop this off to Peyton. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. On the run, it's Peyton. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Play action, Breeze. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Now a give. Here's Peyton running left. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On play action, now Breeze. Going deep here for Edelman. Touchdown, Bears! A great play there. 42 yards.
And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point attempt to come here. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
And now out comes Houston.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
A run. This is Sayers. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Completes it to Fitzgerald.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll run with the Hall of Famer Sayers. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Onto the field now come the Bears.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Breeze now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now a handoff inside. It's Peyton. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Breeze. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Here's Peyton up the middle. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Houston set to take over.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. And he finds Fitzgerald.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Rodgers. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
And the Bears are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
On first down, Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. They set up the screen to Peyton. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They'll try the right side here with Peyton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Texans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. High throw, but he makes the catch.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's good for 28 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Trey Hendrickson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 10.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Here's Breeze to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Rodgers to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Again, they'll run with Sayers, and he's going to take this one down to the 25. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's a give now to Sayers. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the